What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode with AB Investments. I have been out for a long time. May the Lord continue his blessings upon us. My dad unfortunately went through a heart attack, another one. But he's in stable condition now and he's in good spirits. Hopefully we can get him out. He's been throughout this whole past weekend. It happened right on Thursday and he's been in the hospital ever since. And hopefully we're praying that by maybe tomorrow, the day after, we would have a clearer, time when he will be coming back home to us. With that being said, guys, this is the moment that is going to be a very, very, very critical point into everything. You see what just happened basically today. Well, obviously, most of it has been happening for the most part, but look at what's been happening today as far as how APE is up and AMC is obviously down. But how did that happen? We started out the day, according to the CPI data and all that kind of crap, and then the president spoke at 10, saying that by end of 2023, we should be back at normal numbers, if at least close to it, but hopefully not anything more. There is a lot to talk about. We will have a live session to talk like politics, to talk about all that stuff, to talk about how, again, I don't like to get drawn too much politically, even though I have a lot of views and opinions, because I already know how the whole cancel culture is pretty high these days. Does AB care? No. At the end of the day, where we all are going, we're not taking anything with us, and neither anybody's opinions or views on us. All that matters is stay true to yourself. Guys, there's big talks, and I buy completely into it about this whole mid-elections being, there was some sort of secret treaty that was struck with the Saudi Arabians so that they can continue to pump up the amount of oil that they were going through just in time to get the elections going through, and then right after that they would go back on their words and obviously limit their oil production again, which they did. And recently you guys seen the Xi Jinping visit and how the whole entire Middle Eastern nations have been in. You got England, who left the UN. France followed through. France president came out and showed how much he's afraid of Russia. And he was very clear. He was kissing the ring. He came out and said, hey, even if we provide any weapons to Ukraine, it's not going to be to attack Russia. It's going to be specifically for defense. The Germans are getting really irritated with the UN and obviously with us. And they're having riots. You're not going to see it into our social media or into our media channels like your favorite Fox News or CNN. You're not going to see any of that stuff, but the Germans are rioting in their streets and asking for us to leave their homelands. They're frustrated with having to get into wars that they can't, stand up for. And this cold winter is just around the corner, and that's the biggest play card that the Russians have to play, because they are the only supplier of gas to that. Now, anyways, not that it's only I gave you a debriefing of our political atmosphere or the daily briefing, but what I was talking about with AMC, you saw how that we rised like 8-9% when the bell whistle came on, and then we proceeded to drop another. Now currently we're down about 5.5%, and soon we're going to hit that 52-week low. Tesla made a new 52-week low by $10 even, and the counting is still going to happen. You see how the SPY pumped up to 410 and then now dropped back down to about 399 to 400. This is not normal stuff. You've seen the entire market pump, and then half of the market at least dumped right back down, including the meme stocks, which also that 8-9% pump on AMC, they're now down 5-6%. Obviously no SSR rule being triggered, so it's even better for them. Some people have triggered something, so it's just so they can pump up the markets. So kind of it was like a big pump and dump, a day trade pump and dump. huge entities did that, and somebody orchestrated it, obviously, and you can see it on the market today. Now, another thing I wanted to bring up, the point that we're at, guys, I've seen a lot of people now getting busy with calling the bottom and not the bottom. They, on the other side, know that we're not, pivoting or budging. It's been over 2 years. Now people are all in that train of, I don't give a F where this is going. It's either to the sky or to hell. And I'm okay with it. And I'm going to share something with you guys. I've wrote and I was like, you know what? I'm going to share it in the right moment. And I'm going to share it with you guys on the channel. I will write it and I will share it in our Discord as well. And you guys will see that statement. It describes actually where we are at now and how personally I've been feeling about this whole movement since the beginning. Nevertheless, remember what I've told you in the previous videos. Our next points, just so that you want, because right now where we at, it is not just dangerous, but it's not even lucrative to short AMC even longer. The only thing they stand out of shorting AMC at these levels is perhaps to crush it down. But the fundamentals of the company, there's no bankruptcy talk that AB can see. Anybody else sees something else, please feel free to provide it. It's obviously, if you're a shill, everybody now understands and they can feel it through their radar when somebody is shilling. So that stuff is not working anymore. But the only thing they stand right here at this point, right now, is one thing. Either they go obviously even more all in and hoping that they can crush people out of their positions. But at the end of the day, where do they stand? Nothing else but to perhaps shut down the company. Since that's not happening, what is the only other option? To pump the stock back up so that they can have some leverage, some cushioning, so that they can dump it right back down. So they can short it again and make money on it. Because right now, even if it's 1, 2, 3, even if it's 20 people that have been orchestrating all this effery that is happening, many other people joined their forces. But you got to remember, everybody only cares about themselves at the end of the day. When it's all said and done, everyone cares about their own ass. So for these other people that joined the cause on their end, on their lines, they only joined because they've seen a reason to. They have profits to make. They've seen a lucrative opportunity. Now that it's at the place where it's at, where AMC is at, there's no opportunity for them to gain. Like what are they going to try to drop it another $1? How much risk are they taking on that with the borrow interest fees and all that stuff? And the theory or the fear of getting got up completely when it's the right time to get it completely obliterated and the short thesis gets screwed. They have no reason to join in. So the only thing that you can see is pump, which brings me to what? Brings me to the idea of looking at the charts, because everything goes into each other. It's not just one thing. You got to put so many pieces in the puzzle to get a final picture. And as I stick with you, and as I told you before, your next level, guys, to watch for, and I know we're so far, it seems like we're so far away from it. It's over 100% away from now. But be careful. The next time we see this pump coming, which should be pretty soon, 12.30 to about 13 bucks. We break that. Next point to break is 15.05. We break that. Welcome to the honey, land of milk and honey. I personally think. I'm not a financial advisor, but this is what I personally think. However, we reach that and I see a drop back down. That means they got it to that point so that it can respect the charting and to respect the channeling of the downward movement on the whole for the past year or so since the last rise in June 2021. To respect that, the charts say that once we reach that point, that pinnacle of 12.33, and anywhere it could be to around 13 bucks. Once we reach that should be Mount Everest, and it should be their beginning of another short, round or wave until the next pump However, as I told you guys before, everything is tightening up. Sorry guys that it's a long video, but I have to, I got you used to giving you everything that in detailed form. So I'm not just gonna give you a quick, okay, I can do this like in 10 shorts over the next 4 or 5 days. But this is important, and your wealth and your ideas and your perspective on things, I think it deserves at least, and your financial future and freedom, it deserves, whether it's true or not, it deserves at least 10, 12 minutes of listening to an opinion. Perhaps it could be the opinion that you need to hear, or the one that could be the difference maker. Who knows? So keep your eyes on that moment. When that moment happens, it's gonna seem like we're up 100%. You're gonna hear so much talk about pump. Oh yeah, it's happening. But you gotta be careful. And I'm not telling you to buy or not to buy, or wait till then or not to wait till then. I'm just giving you a detail so that you can be understanding, so that in case we do hit that target and then it drops back down, you're not going to be phased. You're not going to be the person or that boxer that got hit with the punch that they didn't see coming and they stepped right into it and knocked them the F out. So remember guys, that region, once we get to it, that's going to be the the influx point. Either break, go up, and perhaps see a new all-time high, or stop, go right back down for another short wave till the next point we go up. Remember, we're tightening and tightening. The next live that I will do, hopefully, I know I've been saying next live, but things have been coming in and out, like in my life, like right after another. Just when I thought that it stopped, it comes back. But it's all with the blessings of the Almighty. So thank you all for everything. Please put your comments in the comment section if you have any questions. Once again, much love, AB Investments, and go Argentina.